And they said, well, a great man in our community has died. And we are celebrating his life. So I said, well, in our culture, we mourn when someone passes. And didn't quite understand that. And said, no, 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 no. This was a great man. He taught us well. He taught us to help ourselves, to be self-sustaining. He led us with compassion. And now we are so much better as a community and as people because of him. How could we mourn his life? We must celebrate his life. Couldn't help but think of Jeffrey when I thought of that story. In 1982 was the first time that I could gather information on when Jeffrey became involved with Jawonio. And he became involved with Jawonio about the time that he was involved with Polio Plus. And we worked with children that have physical disabilities. And he wanted to donate a playground. So these children would be able to play just like every other child. So what he did is he came up with a run. Run for the children who can't. Run for the children who can help and give them joy. That playground lasted for 30 years. And I am told that that was one of the first times in the local Rotaries that Rotaries worked together. That prior to that, the Rotary was somewhat insular to their own community and helping their own communities. But Jeffrey said, no, 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 and he went around to all the other communities. And he said, we need to help these kids. We need to do a run. We need to do something. And that's what he was all about, community. People helping people. In 1992, after 10 years of working on fundraising and serving on committees with Jawonio, he joined our board. I was a young director of Jawonio. I had just come on board, and this was my first board meeting, and I was very, very nervous. And I was introduced to Jeffrey, and in speaking with him, I called him Skip, twice. Well, for those of you who know Jeffrey, I will tell you that it took me a year of complimenting Jeffrey on his colorful ties and his dapper appearance to be able to have him recognize me. Jeffrey was an expert on governance. He really gave us a tremendous benefit in terms of his love of parliamentary procedure and Robert's rules and his knowledge of the place that they have in organizations and not-for-profits. He knew that the best mission and the best not-for-profit was not going to survive unless it had strong governance. He worked with more not-for-profits than most of us know of or can count. And he helped them on their boards to become stronger. I'm honored to say that Jeffrey told me that many of the boards he served on, he felt he had done his time and he had served them well, but that he would never leave Jawonio because it was so close to his heart, the act of helping community, and it also fit into his international mission to end polio and disabilities for children around the world. When I became CEO 5 years ago, when I was told that I was going to succeed Paul Tendler, we wanted to update the bylaws for the organization, and of course the first person that we thought of to chair the committee was Jeffrey. Jeffrey not only helped us with a committee to firm up our bylaws and to bring them up to date, but he did so over the next 5 years, helped me with every affiliated corporation that we had to make sure that we had strong bylaws and governance in place. He served as chairman of our board, and when I needed somebody to step up to be chairman of our New Jersey corporation, it was Jeffrey who volunteered, even though it meant to drive down to Clifton every couple of months, and he knew that he would be active and it would give more to his busy schedule. And anybody who knows Jeffrey knows his little black book and all of the scribbles that were in there about all of the time that he gave. My last conversation with Jeffrey in August, I talked to him about, and I thanked him. I thanked him because I said, "You have left us better than before, Jeffrey. You have certainly helped me enormously, and you have left Jawonio stronger and vibrant than ever before. And I thank you." In the Jewish tradition, to teach people self-sufficiency, to help the community, help each other and take care of themselves, is one of the greatest acts of charity. We can certainly say that Jeffrey practiced this tradition, and really exercised the highest level of charity. So tonight we celebrate Jeffrey. Knowing Jeffrey made us a better people. He made us a stronger community. He taught us well. And I think that's what we have to remember, that he taught us self-sufficiency. He taught us to take care of each other. He taught us to build a strong community. And I think the best way we can celebrate Jeffrey's life is to carry on what he taught us, to let him know that he taught us well, and that because of him, our community will stay strong, because we will carry that legacy with us, and we will be the spirit as Jeffrey going forward. Jeffrey, I consider him a dear, dear friend. I will miss him, but I will carry him with all my thoughts and deeds for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Let's welcome back